So, speaking of characters,
Yeah.
who did you have a favorite? I mean, how hard is that to choose?
You know,
cast?
Okay, I was going to say somebody going in. I was initially going to say, okay, Furiosa, who I still think is amazing.
Yeah,
she's like kicks so much butt.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. You know, she has this fight with Tom Hardy. I think she could have taken him. I just think it was a script thing. I think there's like an alternate cut where she just
could have taken anyone in this movie. I think, like with one arm.
And she's like so busted up at the end, but she's just like
she's still
hanging
going
in there. Yeah, that's a
she's
trooper.
Great.
Yeah, the best. But so it's like I love that character. But you know what happened to me when we were watching it is I started going, how about this Nux guy? Because he has this really nice redemption arc.
Totally.
You know, it's like he starts out, he's misguided, you know, he's really, you know, not on the right team, doesn't know what's happening. He finds love.
Yeah, he's like indoctrinated.
Yes.
He's this guy that's like dying, like really close to death. Like they were basically telling him, like, you're not going to make it. You can't come out and fight with us.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no, I'm going to do it because he's so ready. You know, he's been so convinced to die for the cause.
Yeah.
And like, you know, even though he's crazy, you kind of even have to admire that to some extent, that like he's so committed.
He wants to die on the Fury Road.
Yes.
He doesn't want to die inside. You know, that's the beginning. Let's get my blood bag. Let's get Max the blood bag and let's ride. Let's ride.
He wants to ride to Valhalla. Yeah, I mean, he's great.
Yeah. Well, and at the end, he does get to ride to Valhalla, but he does it as a good guy.
On his own terms.
Correct.
And yeah, I mean, I think you're right in that he really is kind of the most dynamic, potentially the only dynamic character in this. I mean, I've got to think about that.
He saves the day.
Yeah, he starts out indoctrinated, only working for the cause, completely committed to that. Over the course of it, he changes sides. He finds love, as you said.
Yeah.
He changes. He has like a internal change of heart, and he goes out a big hero.
Yeah. If it wasn't for his sacrifice, would our heroes have made it? Now our heroes are like super resourceful, as we've seen.
And they're awesome.
Yeah.
But none of them change either, and I do think that is why Nux really stuck out to me this time
changes.
too.
Max changes. So we start out at the beginning, right? The first thing you hear in the movie is, you know, my name is Max. And then it's like he has all this PTSD, all these visions, and then he doesn't even, when Furiosa says, what is your name, right? What is your name? And he just doesn't even want to answer. So she's like, I'll call you fool. And then we get to, you know, the end of the movie, almost, and then he finally says, you know, I'm Max. So it's like, I don't know, maybe this is like going nuts, but I feel like maybe he found some of his humanity again with this new family that he had.
And I would say that, but I have to disagree a tiny bit. Like, I guess he could have had a slight change.
Yeah.
But in the end, he still leaves.
He does.
He goes back to being alone. He's still a loner.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not saying he wasn't changed by the experience, but it isn't the, like, dynamic change we see in Nux, where he goes from being one thing to being the total opposite. And when you see a story like that, it, like, really grabs you, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, Max is actually my favorite character.
Hey.
So I'm not, you know, trying to sell him down the river right now.